The digital world. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper, the Matrix, the cybernetic analog of the inside the grid. The worldwide computer network, a digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, ice, counter-intrusion measures, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has as many dangers as the meat world, and more. Locked doors, security measures, and black ice that can fry Decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked, if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker, you can die. A little more realistic than, a little more dangerous than hacking in today's age. Alright, didn't think I picked up anything new. Before I talk to David, I'm gonna, because I know it's Matrix I'm hitting, so take care, Von Goss. Was hoping to get some peace and quiet tonight. You got something for me? Flight recorder? Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it before you say 20%. That leaves 2,000 for you. Well, not like last time where I can go pick up Connecticut, so I'm just gonna take the deal. $2,000, it's $2,000. Morning. You look like you've been up all night. You look like you've been seeing some action too. Suppose I could use a shower. You here to buy equipment? Negative. Need a DNA analysis. Or I can help you out. Doc Castle's equipment isn't really set up for that. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode DNA using a voltage change instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. Welcome to the channel, Frosted Mods. Alright. I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? Owner's identity. That's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in. David, if you can get me the code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via a matrix run. Will do. Let me have the DNA you want to test. Pass it over. Tracks. When David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. If this works, I'll bring back more than just a sample. Alright, whose blood is it? Could be the Emerald City Ripper. No, Drac. He turns to Johnny, excited. Wake up, Johnny boy, you've got work to do. And Trax, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I just got a second wind. Meet you at my rig, Trax. Alright. I don't need to work with you. Well, considering I'm not actually going to be decking along with them, don't really need Jack. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. Really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he'd read about in a science journal, and he was working from memory on minimal sleep. Maybe later. Yes, maybe we can sit down with David and he can share his research, but let's stay focused. Alright, here's what I was thinking. We hit the Lone Star DNA database, first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in, it can get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? Nothing. I have a Tronet here. It's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback me in the Matrix. You'll see and hear everything I do. Yay, piggyback rides! The joys of being young. Alright, synapses light up as you connect your consciousness to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine the way it feels for him. Alright. I really like how they did Matrix here. Alright, so I got these programs here. I got a basic attack outside of that, and this is the ESP I can sort of say summon. Alright, let's see. Turn-based here. My shot's a little more accurate. And then one by one, I'll bring them down. Alright, don't have an area attack on hit. So I'll just have to plug away. Aww, they want to play. That shield's going to help draw this out, but I'm not too worried. Alright. It makes it seem like it's easy to hack into, you know, the FBI database or something like that. Alright. Match brought up. Silas Forsberg, deceased. Chop shop, surgical assistant. Breaking and entering, 2 counts. Public indecency, 1 count. Brought in for questioning on accusation of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. Kind of interesting that he's dead. You know, for someone that's out and about, wreaking havoc. Not sure which way to go, so we'll go this way first. Where's some good cover? And I missed with the 96% was that? Oh well. Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna lose. Maybe. Okay. So since he's got shield, I'm gonna avoid attacking him first. Got 2 more hits on the name Silas Forsberg. I can take 1 hit. Or, you know, I don't have to get hit at all. That's totally cool with me too. He still has that shield up. But didn't save his life. Alright. Return on subject. Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in whatever earlier this week. The body has been here for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to reports, his body, a mass of puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medication and sedatives. Well, that at least an odor. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estates has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here in the sprawl. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think I would leave my stuff to a psychiatrist if I had one, so... But hey, you know, everyone's different. It's the 2050s here. Maybe it's a cool thing to do. Alright. Do some long shots. I feel like this guy's gonna hit me more than that one. And I had a feeling that could do that. Two-shot him. Okay, he died and shot me at the same time. Interesting. Autopsy records. Sealess Forsberg. Subject was found overdosed on a half-dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. Alright. I can probably just jack out, but... Alright, so here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy that you met. The Newsnet says he left his estate to a psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find his doctor. You in? Punch it, man. Let's do this. This one should be easy. I mean, it's medical boards. Not like they would defend their systems as much as other stuff. And no cover available, so I'm going to drop Sparky. Nice name, right? Sparky, Sparky. Oh, where is Sparky? Hey, I'm not supposed to miss. Bye-bye, Sparky. You will be missed. Ooh, 63%. Low chance. Oh, but high enough to do 2 hits, I guess. I missed the high percent stuff. Low percent though, I'll nail that. Doesn't make sense, but hey, odds. All right, medical board. All right, so 2020 to 2030, pediatric record partial. One particular pediatrician's entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from a chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently, with the outbreak of changeling children being born. With the aberrant physiology, we're seeing there is no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives last year that seemed to have no effect, upping the dosage. Moving on. Data missing or corrupted. Contact your administrator for help. Okay. Data missing or corrupted. That was the same one, sorry. The file is quite large and takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry, however, is the most significant. It is written by Dr. Henry Holmes. Seals has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Latest medications have proven especially effective, but I believe that being treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimic speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason and for the health of the patient, I am assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him at the next session. Do you got a feeling what I got a feeling about? Ooh, black ice. The fun stuff. Police? Oh, no black ice. Nothing to hurt the people that hack in. But medical boards? Oh, we gotta protect that stuff. It's all good though, right? No, I've been hit. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Bye bye. Uh, oh. Alright, Henry Holmes, MD, PhD. Current employment status. Holds position of Chief Psychiatrist and Administrator at Mercy Mental Hospital in Snohomish, Washington. Previous employers. 2045 to 2054, Psychiatrist in Residence, Mercy Mental Hospital. Alright, attending psychiatrist. Was there for a while. And then private practice. Back to meet again. Oops.